workshop now, made a bit more progress. I've decided to strip the wiring harness out. I've tested all 3 relays, they're all good. The one thing I did find was the little the lights behind that would light up these few, which we know the oil one was working, but the battery one wasn't. And I think I'll show you in a second. That is why the battery light's not working. Now, whether that's a problem, because we know it's a charging circuit problem. Because if I show you the one that is working, this would have been glow plugs and temperature light, which both of them lights work when this phone focuses. As you can see, that copper shouldn't be exposed and broken like that. So I've got to get a new one of them, and that is, just looked online, £139 for that. Now, whether it be any cheaper from SM Plant, I don't know, but I've got a list of bits and bobs I need to order, so I'll add that to the parts list. So in the meantime, I thought I would strip. Well, I've got it all apart now, so I might as well get it all cleaned up, painted. But one thing it did sort of made me go, oh, I wonder what's happened. This sort of, it's a protective housing for this forward and back lever. It's bent. Look, and it's been pulled out the box. See whether that's raised. And if you actually look, I'll show you one day. Down the middle of the center console, there's a handle which is bent to one side, and the actual center console is kinked, and round the mounting points they've been pulled. So whether the machine's been on its side at some point, or whether the machine went on its side, ran without any oil, the engine was knackered, which would explain why that one seized, and then it caught fire magically. I don't know. You never know, do you? I suppose you never will know the full story. But yeah, so I've tested the alarm as well, that works. Tested the circuit breaker, that's working. Relay's working. Horn is, we know, is working. Forward and reverse is working. Pardon me. And we know that the lamp time relay's working. So it's just whether we've got a problem with the ignition switch and wiring and things, but I'm going to go through that and test it all in a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to get this cleaned up, straightened up, painted, and order a new sticker for the top of there. Right, good morning everybody. We are on the 13th of January and it is 20 past 10 in the morning. It is 4 degrees, positively warm considering last week was -7. So I'm not going to complain at that. Today's job then is rebuild the dashboard for the dumper. So rubbed it all down, just chucked a bit of Hammerite spray paint on it. It's not pretty, but it'll do the job. It's not a Ferrari, is it? It's a dumper that's gonna get dirty and scratched and whatever else, so I'm doing a perfect job. So what have I had to order? Literally just thrown the parts cannon at it, almost. So we know from the last clip we'd found the blown LED little PCB board thing for the warning lights. So we've got a brand new one of them from I can't remember where that came from. What are they called? I'll find it and put the link below or whatever. 75 quid, wasn't too bad, I didn't think. This is a new circuit breaker with a new, I wanted it just for that rubber cover really, because the other one's burnt. So we've got a brand new one of them. That was 6 quid on eBay. Then we are on, in here we have a brand new, what have we got in here? I can't remember now. These all arrived last week. What have we got in here? Ah, there we go, I remember now. the rivets that hold the little PCB boards in, and then the rivets that hold the hour meter in. We have a brand new hour meter, because I'll show you in a minute. Well, you've probably seen the short. And then we've got a brand new ignition switch, because I found the old one, when you put it to the start position and let go of the key, it wasn't flicking back, it was locking in the start position. So I just thought, for 45 quid, I might as well chuck a new ignition switch in it. So that's what we've got. And obviously a brand new, that's a gaiter, that's for the spool, tipping spool, Kit Kat, that didn't come with it. I can go over there. Brand new sticker. Because obviously the one was all burnt. The other one was orange, this one's white. I'd have preferred an orange one, but hey ho, such is life. So, first job then, I think, get the wiring harness back in. Actually no, the first job is get these little PCB boards back in, because they go in first, simple as that. Then the horn switch, then the wiring harness, and everything else back in, and then we'll get stuff connected. So yeah, I might stick you on a bit of a time lapse where watch me put that back together. I think this is going to be this clip is going to be part of a video, so it's not going to be a standalone video, I don't think. So yeah, that is that. We'll crack on. Right, so first job then is stick it on. Now this did come slightly bent in the post, so it's got a bit of a kink in, it's got a bit of a kink in it, which is slightly annoying, but hey ho. I've got to put this on first because the horn button goes through it, so let's try and get this on correctly, shall we? Let's stick that on like that. That should shine some light through there. Oh, I should be able to get that lined up properly then. So I think just like that. Get some heat, I think. I'll put the heater on. It's bloody cold in here, so I don't think it's going to stick very well with the switch on. And the wall would be helpful, wouldn't it? Stinks. Seems to have gone on okay. Sticking up where that kink is, which is slightly annoying. And that corner was bent up. So I just want to put a bit of heat on it, because I know what will happen. There'll be a bit of shit get underneath that corner, and it'll start peeling up. Get a bit of warmth on that. Right, I'll stick the horn button back in now then. So, little rubber tag. I don't know whether that heater's going to be too noisy for you or not, I don't know. Tag sheared off, so it doesn't make a difference around things. I can't see a thing now. Blinded by the light. it. Sorry about that. Another job come in. Another tree job. Not too bad. Right. Spray a bit of contact cleaner on that, I think, because we know it works, but it's a bit dirty. That's good. No, don't put it directly in front of the heater. Won't do it any good at all, will it? It's on a certain way, doesn't it? Right, I need to do that up properly. I thought I could do that up finger tight. Obviously not. Grips. Oh, that's still loose. There we go. Press and hold that. Lock that back on. See where it goes. There we go. That's the horn switch back in. Right. I'm going to get the rest of this thing back in on time lapse, I think, because you can't see a lot. Right, as you saw from that bit of time lapse, that was a fiddly little job trying to get them back in. Them little rivets are really fiddly, and trying to get it lined up in the PCB wall and then lined up in these little holes in here, that was fun. But they're in, that's that done. So 2 PCB balls in with the LED lights, horn switch. So next I think we're going to do the hour meter. So that's what it should look like, and that is what the old one looked like. Now obviously it was all melted plastic all over the screen, you couldn't see a thing. So I had got at it with a die grinder just to clear the screen back, and then plugged it in, and as you saw from the short, it worked, and we now know how many hours the dumper had done. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to keep that as a bit of a momentum, just like I've got over here the seal from our rotary coupling on our digger. I sort of keep bits and bobs like that, just sort of memories, isn't it? If you go back onto our channel, you can see a video on that of the rotary coupling, of what we did and how we did it, and my tantrum. So yeah, I should keep that. Go back and have a look at that video on the Kubota, and you'll find out what happened. So back to this then. We'll get this hour meter in, and we'll carry on with the time lapse. Right, so the little trip, the circuit breaker doesn't quite fit in, so we've just got to bore the hole out with a die grinder. I didn't want to do it with the drill because we've got relays to the other side, so if I go if it pushes through with the drill and then we damage the relay, we're just going to have problems, aren't we? There we go, that's all it needed. It might even been just the paint, but that is that. So we need to get that back on then, that little thingy on. Then why have we got two nuts? Right. We seem to have two nuts. So I'll put the other nut on because that's gripped. It's sided, isn't it? That back on, this on. At least it's got a plastic cover back on it now. Should protect us from the elements. Googles off. Box. So we have, what have we got left? We've got a little plastic bungs, two plastic bungs. So obviously one went in there, and one went in the other side. First. Get it going. Seal picks are really handy for putting these little bongs back in. Stops where they're getting in, doesn't it? Yeah, that one there. Nudge. Let's see if I can push it through it. There we go. Right, I think. Let's have a quick scan. Yeah, that is one Terex TA1EH site dumper dashboard reconditioned. There we go. So go through what we've just done. Obviously new decal, horn switch is working, so I just die grind the plastic off the back where it was mounted. That's working. New hour meter, new ignition switch, new circuit breaker. Obviously the forward and reverse switches was working, so we didn't replace that. Flip it over to this side then. And the new PCB boards inside, or one of them, and new rivets. All the relays are back in, everything's bolted back in. So yeah, that is that job complete. So now where are we at with the dumper now then? We are waiting for hydraulic pipes from Meclac, because it was cheaper to buy them from the dealer, from Meclac, than it was to get them from our local hose guy. So I decided to get them from there, because obviously why would you not go for the cheaper ones, especially if they were genuine parts as well. So yeah, they'll be here on the 17th. It's, what did I say it was on the beginning of the clip? It was the 13th today, so they should be here this week, hopefully, and then we can get that on. So that's all ready to go. Hopefully that will, putting all them bits on there will have solved the circuit breaker tripping. I've got a funny feeling it might have something to do with the amber flashing light, which I haven't replaced the wiring that's going up the anti-roll bar, not anti-roll bar, well yeah, it is a roll bar. I haven't replaced the wiring going up the ROPS, so I'm going to disconnect that for now and then put this on, and then we'll see if we've got any more problems. Still not sure, nobody can seem to give me an answer whether that throttle position sensor is causing us a problem or not, but I suppose we'll see once I've got this back on and disconnected the amber light, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so when them hoses have come, I will pick the video back up. Thanks for watching.